Our pictures are everywhere on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. And understandably, we want to put our best face forward. But a survey by Glamour magazine says 60% of us alter our pics before posting. Are we becoming obsessed with unreal expectations? Meet two women who always feel the pressure to look perfect. Take a look.
Shambrielle Spence and her friend Gabby Lower say it takes about 50 selfies before one makes it onto their social media accounts.
Taking the selfie yourself is only like half the battle. Like the real work comes in when I start to edit it.
Instagram and Facebook offer photo filters, and there are apps like this one.
Erase under eye circles, tone your complexion, change your eye color,
and countless others to virtually airbrush a selfie.
You just click on the bump be gone.
A survey by the Renfrew Center Foundation, which treats eating disorders, found 15% of women remove blemishes or add color to look less pale. 12% edit their photos because they aren't happy with how they look, and 6% do it to look thinner. Spence takes up to 5 hours per photo, correcting skin tone, changing angles to improve posture, and more.
I'll do the little retouch if I look like I have a wrinkle or if it looks like I have like an extra roll.
Spence says any pics with less than 50 likes may get deleted. Mary Muller for The Daily Share.
All right, let's talk all about this. Joining me now, Dr. Dana Reed. Thank you so much for being here. And, of course, Shambrielle Spence, who you just met in that last piece. Shambrielle, I'm going to start with you. Why is it that you take so many selfies? What's that all about?
I think it's not that I plan to take a lot. It's kind of I take one and then I'm like, oh, okay, like that was nice, but let me see if I can make it even better. So yeah. I think that's where how I ended up with so many.
Where does the pressure come from, though? Like, why are you so obsessed with looking so good online?
I think the pressure just comes from wanting to impress people that I'm friends with or people that I know. I think that's where the pressure mostly comes from.
Dr. Dana, you heard Shambrielle. She's a gorgeous girl, right, in person and on all of the pictures. You really are, and you got to know that. You heard her say that she takes up to 5 hours editing some of those selfies. Do you think that's healthy?
So it's important to think about how taking those selfies are affecting you and affecting your self-worth. So to just say taking 5 hours to take a selfie, you can't really say that it's unhealthy, but looking at the big picture and looking at the context of it. So a lot of times if you're spending a lot of time and feeling your self-worth or you're defined by these likes, and that can definitely affect your self-esteem.
Yeah. Do you think in general you have low self-esteem?
I don't think that I have low self-esteem. I do think I want to look good, but I don't think I have low self-esteem at all.
But do you think being online with Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, it sort of perpetuates that? Like you want to look better because you know so many people are looking at you? I mean, like if you didn't have those platforms, right, you wouldn't have that pressure.
Right. I feel as if before Instagram, I never spent that much time like editing a photo. It was this was the picture and that was that. So I do think that like with these new platforms, there is more pressure to look better.
Yeah. Dr. Dana, I read a story a couple months ago about a woman who actually committed suicide, and her family attributed her depression to social media, and that she saw her friends in college online having a really good time, and she herself was very depressed on the inside. This is not uncommon. How do you deal with that with patients that come in and you know have these issues and are very active online as well?
Right. So one thing that I just want to emphasize, it's important for people when they are going online and looking at these pictures and looking at people having a good time to recognize it's not actual representation of what's really going on. It's just a glimpse. It's just one picture. A lot of times, as you talked about, people are editing these selfies, controlling it, controlling the pictures they're taking. So that's not an accurate representation, so kind of reminding themselves that. And a lot of times it's not that social media is causing depression, but they may be struggling with some self-esteem or some eating disorder or body image or depression that the pressure to feel perfect and the pressure to fit in and be accepted can be exacerbating. Right. So I just don't want to not a direct correlation that can be worsening some of the depression or leading to possible suicidal thoughts too.
Do you want to make changes to it, or are you happy the way in which you're utilizing Instagram and Facebook and Twitter?
I think I want to spend less time with it. I'm happy with all the options. I will be honest. I'm happy that I have those options to make it look even better.
I use Valencia all the time on Instagram. It makes you super tan.
Valencia is great. But no, I'm happy that I have these options, but I would like to spend less time. I don't want to spend so much time looking for the perfect filter or caption or whatever.
Right. Well, Shambrielle, you are a gorgeous girl, and you certainly don't need to use any of those filters or anything. But you do know how to take a good selfie, I got to say.
Thank you.
Dr. Dana, thanks a lot.